Hello, hello. It is the 4th of February, another Sunday, and we are back here at Eurofarm, Uganda, with your one and only host, Samantha Elf, all the way from Finland. Today is a special Sunday because we are here in Finland, and my guest today is also from Finland. He does not only happen to be a personal friend, but we tend to go to the same university, although we are in different fields. Ray is with me today, and he'll be introducing himself at a much later stage. But before he does that, I'm going to request each and every one of you tuned in to humble yourselves so we can have a word of prayer. Mighty Father, would like to thank you for this wonderful day. Thank you for bringing us here today, and we believe that you are amidst us because the Bible says that when one or two gather, you're always amidst them. Father, help us be a blessing to someone out there and protect each and every one of us and even those that we love. We've prayed all this in Jesus' mighty name.
Amen.
Amen. Everyone out there says amen. Good. All right, so we are starting our show today, and we are talking about how to create and maintain support systems in the diaspora. With me today is a one gentleman, like you heard. He's a personal friend of mine, and I'm more than delighted to have him here with me. We do have a show where we actually co-host, but today he's entirely here as my guest. So Ray, put that on the record. You are my guest today.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, and now allow me welcome you here to Eurofarm Uganda, and the floor is all yours.
Oh, thank you very much. Excited to be here. I remember we've done a couple of shows together in my show, and it used to be both of us asking the questions, but it seems like today I'm going to be the one listening to questions and answering the questions. But it's great to be in your midst, and I'm more than happy to be in this forum. I've heard about the forum 4 months ago. However, I'm honored to be here to share my insights and thoughts on the subject matter. Thank you.
Good. You heard it from the horse's mouth. Ray, you left something out. Can you tell us briefly about yourself?
Right. I'm Raymond. I'm Nigerian from Western Africa, the backside of Nigeria. Okay. I like saying the backside of Nigeria because I'm from Delta State, and it's the southern part of Nigeria, by the way. So I know you must have heard of Warri. That's the Warri, they carry last thingy that they say. Yeah. So we're like the vibrant part of Nigeria, even though we're just like the minority in terms of population. And for the last 5 years, I've spent most of my life in the Middle East, Dubai precisely. And now I'm in Finland for studies. And also, I work here, by the way. And I've got a family here as well. So I've answered that question before it comes.
Good. Good.
Right.
You all had it. Raymond is from Nigeria, and he's the only Nigerian friend I have. I love Nigerian movies, and on that note, I'm gonna say, oh God,
oh wow,
you're most welcome.
Thank you very much, madam.
Yeah, Ray is a dad. He just welcomed the baby, baby boy in was it November or December? December. Yeah, so he has a Christmas baby. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. To all our viewers, you're most welcome to Euroforum Uganda. We are more than delighted to have you. Feel free to join in, send your comments, and be part of this lovely discussion today, where we are going to be talking about how to create and maintain support systems in the diaspora.
Right.
To start with, let's start by defining who a friend is.
Right. So a friend to me is someone who you share a mutual bond with, someone you trust, you respect, and you can call family in context. Yeah. Someone who has a basic understanding of various aspects of your life, and someone whom you're not scared to open up to when you're in need or when you're in when you have plenty. So in times of worry and in times of celebration, you're always happy to share with that person. So to me, that's a friend.
Okay. People out there, what do you think? What do you think of Ray's definition or explanation of a friend? Well, let us know. Feel free to share your comments share your experiences, and let us know what you think about what he just said. Well, before we continue, could you please say a word in Nigerian? I just told you my first Nigerian friend that I have, so I want you to speak some Nigerian.
Okay, so I'll just have an upgrade of what I used to know. So, I am an Englishman from New York.
Yeah, right.
So pardon me in case my Nigerian language doesn't come off right. But just a disclaimer though, Nigeria is an English-speaking nation. So if you want me to speak Nigerian, I'll speak English. But in context, if you want me to speak a language in Nigeria, I can't speak my language where my parents are from. I have no idea what they say and how they say what they say because my parents never spoke that language to me. Yeah, blame my dad for it, not me. But notwithstanding, I grew up in the western part of Nigeria. It's called Lagos. I know everybody knows about Lagos if you watch Nigerian movies. So you know Lagos is like the most populated city in Nigeria and where most people make it eventually. Yeah. So if I'm going to speak, they speak Yoruba language there because it's in the western part of Nigeria. And if I'm going to say good evening because it's evening right now, it will be. Oh my God, I forgot.
Oh
Sorry,
my
it's
God.
Ekale, but don't fact check me, please. Don't check if I'm right. Just take it. Just take it as it is. I'm sorry, but I tried. It's Ekale, so I'm not so sure. Yeah.
Hey, are you African?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am.
How can you say you're African and you can't even speak anything in your damn tribe?
Well, my parents never had the opportunity to teach me the language.
Oh gosh.
Because I was more or less in school. So
I'm so disappointed in you officially. Yes, we should put that on record. I'm disappointed in Raymond.
For what it's worth, I'm learning the Finnish language. So this will be the first language I'm learning in my life.
So say something in Finnish.
Mitakulu.
Blow me away.
Mitakulu. That's
okay. Okay. Hyvä kuulu. Kiitos. Yeah. Mitakulu simply means that how are you? And I said I'm well, thank you. Okay, I'm going to disprove you on that one. I'm from Uganda, you know that.
Oh yeah. So what part of Uganda are you from precisely? Because I know Buganda. Buganda. Oh.
Mbale. Buganda is the central.
Okay, so Mbale is somewhere like
it's the eastern part of Uganda, and we speak Lugiso.
So what's
I'm gonna say something in Lugiso. Okay. When are you? It says very Samantha Elf, and I know in Finland. Bashesa homwesitana erembakana nabi. That is how they speak.
So our language. Meayo?
You say when are you?
Meayo. Okay. Sounds like when are you?
Oh my God, Raymond, you are really, you know, in my country we say orilos. Orilos. On a Raymond los. Yeah. Let's move on anyhow. Yeah. Let's now talk about what are some of the limits that a friend can actually go overboard?
Right. So for limits, I believe limit only comes from your expectation. So if I expect a friend to, or I have a friend who we both share something special in an aspect of my life, and then the person is crossing overboard to go to another aspect of my life, then that's when the friend is crossing the limit or pushing the limit, right? So because I don't open my doors to just about everybody, just only those people who I feel I can confide in. They're the ones I call friends, and my friends could range from the ones who are related to me via academics or related to me via career, occupation, and the ones who are like related to me through my personal life as well. You know, we don't share anything in common like career or education or, you know, just our normal life. Yeah. So those are very few because you don't really encounter them all the time. Yeah. So those ones are closer because they don't have anything that would streamline our form of conversation, so they go directly to personal and all that. Yeah. So I got a couple of friends that are in Nigeria that I left 5 years ago. I'm still in touch with them, but they don't have access to some part of my life now because the ship has sailed. Now, not being proud, but the thing is, they would not really be able to relate with some current stages or phases of my life at the moment. So that's why I try not to overbug them with some details. Yeah, and then also the ones I made in Dubai that are not here with me right now. obviously they would also have some level of boundaries as well, because now they don't, or they will not be able to relate to my current situation. So only that which I can share with them that matters, I share with them. Yeah, but there are others who have direct access no matter what.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, where does Samantha lie among those? Is Samantha your friend?
I'm going to plead the fifth with this question. And we move on to the next question.
Okay, good. Guys, you heard. He publicly denied me. He didn't even say
I just
friend.
pleaded the fifth. It means that I have the right not to answer this question by law.
Yes,
and not be penalized for it.
Okay. All right. Before we move on, Ray, we're talking about support systems.
Absolutely.
Yeah? What is a support system?
Well, the support system refers to a network of individuals that or a resource or structures of people that offer assistance, encouragement, or maybe people who offer some level of support challenges in life, or if you are in a particular phase of life where you need help and assistance. So these people are the ones, or this group of persons are the ones that assist you in that phase. So that's a support system. So it could be either humans or maybe non-humans, which is like AI technology. Okay. Yeah. So but I personally feel that support system are anybody or thing that helps you in a particular phase of your life. Yeah. They're giving you support in that aspect. Yes.
Okay, so support systems here are basically anything related to AI or human beings.
Yeah, across all phases. They could even include families, professional friends, and community as well. Yeah. But the main goal is to offer you support. Yes. In that phase of your life or in that aspect of life where you need them. Yes. Yeah.
Would we refer to music as a support system? Well, would I say?
Well, yeah, but then music will come across, or it will come off as not a direct support system. Now it would just be something mental that helps to soothe you, especially if you're going through a phase of life and all you need is just a bit of words which you can get from a particular music or a particular genre of music. Then definitely music could feel or act like a support system for you to go through that phase. But it's not giving you any particular help. It's just helping you in a way to get through that situation. But it's not really solving the problem. Right? Just like people say alcohol helps you get sober, forget about your worries. But alcohol doesn't solve your problem. Yeah. Well, alcohol is not a support system. Don't ask me that.
No, I think alcohol actually helps you forget your problems for a particular period, that particular period when you are drinking it. Yeah. And then after that, you actually go back to reality.
True. But I don't drink alcohol, but I respect and love those people who drink alcohol as well. So
okay. Yeah. So for people that live in the diaspora, many of them usually do not have a family to fall back to.
Absolutely.
What are some of those support systems that you could encourage someone out there to actually lean on?
To start with, I would say the diaspora is the real life, because then you get to you in most cases you're not able to move with your family, move with your friends. You go alone to a strange country and you miss out on various milestones in your life and also the life of your family members. You know, some people could leave their country just in a search to diaspora in search of good life, and they are unavailable when their parents pass away, just because they haven't gotten what they want and they have not been able to solve or make as much money as they need. Because to be honest, moving abroad or going into diaspora is a search for good life, search for finance, sustainability and the likes. So most people end up, that's the tough part as well. They end up losing out on major milestones of their family life, family growth. They don't see their siblings for years. If I'm going to ask you a rhetorical question now, I'm sure it's been a while you actually spend time with your loved ones, like brother, sister, and all that. And you would love to always have to do that regularly as much as you want to, because these are the people you have the foundation of your life, which you grew up with them. Yeah. So some of the challenges that we face here, that we people face abroad in diaspora, is the fact that they first off come here confused. come here with nothing most of the time, except you relocate with a lot of money, which is really the case, because people sell off their items, sell off their things to come abroad and now start again, start afresh. So most of the times they're always stuck with trying to make the right connections, make the right set of friends, make the right set of people. They try to get social networks, try to get involved in communities as well that would help them, but they don't have direct access to it. Now, the reason could be the fact that some people are like maybe very timid and they're unable to like express themselves. When you need help, some people don't know how to ask for help.
Yeah.
And that some people as well could abuse help. If someone helps you for the first time, let's say you run into a fellow African or maybe a non-African, like a Westerner, and you ask for help, and for some reason the person decides to help you today.
Yeah.
Now you decide to camp on that person for the rest of your life in Europe or whatever part of the world that you're in. And people have their own worries, they have their own struggles as well. So if I could help you today, doesn't mean I can help you for the rest of your life.
Okay.
Right. So that also affects, because people start, making it like it becomes like their responsibility. You help me today, so you should help me tomorrow, and the likes. And afterwards, they're unable to solve their own problems themselves and overly depend on this person who has helped them. So that way, they get to lose that sort of help, because the truth is, there's a saying that says, "Give me a fish today, and teach me how to fish tomorrow." It's better than give me a fish every day of my life.
That's true. So what you're trying to say in short is that we should always know our limits. We should not go.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I've run into good people here in Europe as well. When I first came,
Yeah.
Samantha is one of them. Hey, don't feel too good.
Okay.
And then I ran into a couple of nice people as well. Like I remember when I needed to get some stuff, I needed someone to drive me over to Helsinki. If you know the distance between Lahti and Helsinki, that's about an hour plus drive. Yeah, I had a friend who drove me over there. I just met him in Lahti, and we kind of like bonded. Yeah, I met him in like a business conference, and we kind of like bonded. And as soon as I told him, look, I'll need this assistance, he was like, sure, I'm more than happy to help. So he took out his time from his business, because he's a businessman, his work and all that, drove me over to Helsinki, got everything I needed, and then drove me back to Lahti, helped me fix these things in my apartment and the like. So and we've had this mutual relationship so far, wherein if he needs assistance, if he needs help and advices, he comes to me. And if I also need advices as well in other areas of life pertaining to maybe Lahti as a city or Finland in general, I always ask him as well. But I try not to abuse the relationship, in a way that he starts avoiding me, because trust me, we're all humans. The minute I know that you're overly dependent on me, I'm like, I didn't see your missed call, I didn't see your message. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, that's very, very, very insightful. And thank you very much for that explanation. Raymond is very informative. So on that note, I'm going to request each and every one of you out there, those of you that are not tuned in, please tune into Euroforum Uganda, because we are talking about how to create and maintain support systems in the diaspora. We all know that living in the diaspora is quite hard. It is not something easy that comes by for everyone. But we have Raymond here to take us through some steps that could actually help us maintain support systems and also to maintain them. Before we proceed, allow me go to Facebook and read some comments from our followers or viewers. There's a Frederico M. Kiranda who says Molembe Yaya. Molembe Yaya means how are you, sister? Molembe to you too, Frederico. Thank you for tuning in. And then we have Ku Emru. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrongly, but you said thanks for the show. And we at Euroforum Uganda, I would like to say to you that you are most welcome, and thank you for watching, because you make us who we are today. Yeah, so moving on, let's talk about, you have explained to us how we can create support systems, and you've told us who a friend is, and how we should not go beyond boundaries. How can you maintain those support systems? Because it's one thing to create them, and then it's another thing to actually maintain the support system?
Right. So maintenance in context means things working together in a form of synchrony. So in this case, I believe if I give my part to a relationship or a mutual connection, and you also give your part to it, then we can both maintain that cordial relationship or system, right? For a system to work, it needs different parts, just like the human body system. We have our lungs that helps us to breathe. We have our nose, that the part that brings it in. We have our eyes that helps us to see. We have our stomach that helps us to keep food, digest, and all that. So all of these systems work together. They have their different roles, right? So if I'm going to advise, I believe you should not just be on the receiving end. Look for that thing that you can do to help this other person or this other group of people that helps you. So I'm in the business space, and there's a lot of collaboration going on, in tasks and assignments as well, and also in the software space. There's always a lot of collaboration going on. So when you have a task to do, let's say for instance, we're supposed to build a system that helps prevent people from, like, hackers from making their way into that system. We have the different group of people who will handle different aspects of that. Like for instance, we have those who design the UI UX, that's the user interface and all that. Now I'm going into the tech space, but I'm trying to explain something. Okay. Yeah. Now we also have those who get feedback from the users to know where their struggles is or where their struggles are in respect to how they are able to access the system. Sometimes when we try to build in something that would make it like a two-way or two-factor authenticator, they're like, it's stressful and all that. So we try to build our system in a way that it serves them as well. So in this regard, I think you should be able to provide your own value. You should be able to bring your own value proposition to the table. It doesn't always have to be the person who is helping you, because the person is not like your helpmate, even though in that context, the person is helping you, but still you have a huge role to play in maintaining that relationship. Just a little bit of text to ask how the person is doing at least once a week is more than enough, even though you cannot add so much value in terms of maybe finances and all that, checking up on people, because to be honest, in Europe, a lot of people are going through mental stress, they're going through physical stress, depression. The weather is not funny at all. So if you have someone who decides to take their time to help you and to guide you in a part of life, then definitely you should also be able to give back by reaching out to the person to also know if the person is okay. Like most of the times, I just send messages randomly to a couple of my friends here, just asking them, hope they're good, how are they doing? Not like I have a solution if they have a problem, right? Most times I hope the answer is I'm fine. Because if the answer is something else like, it's really tough here or it's bad here, I really would not be able to solve their problem. But I could also give a listening ear. At least that helps them to know that you have them at heart and you really want to know what the situation is, and maybe provide like a suggestion, or if you can, help them as well. So try to reach out to them as much as possible, try to communicate, try to share as much as possible that you can, not share cash, by the way, but sharing your time, sharing your expertise. If you have something that they need as well, just bring something to the table, have your own unique selling point, and that would always maintain the relationship and help to build that system.
Yes. Wow. Oh God, you nailed it. You heard it from the horse's mouth, guys. It doesn't usually mean you should always give in terms of monetary finance, value, or but you heard it from Raymond. He said that try as much as possible to bring something to the table as well. This is something that most men usually ask women when they are trying to get them into a relationship. That what do you bring to the table?
I am the table.
So you've heard it, have something to bring to the table, even if it's your time, if it's a call, or even if it is a message. Show some care. That is how you can actually maintain a support system in the diaspora. That was very, very, very good, Raymond. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
For that, I just want to say that for all of you guys that are watching in or listening, we are still here on Eurofarm Uganda, and we're talking about creating and maintaining support systems in the diaspora. Yeah, you heard it, that you should always have someone else's back. Yeah. And because of that, you will maintain your friendship or your system or whatever it is. Yeah. What are some of those like community systems that people can indulge into?
Okay, so for instance, if you are from Uganda, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure there would be some sort of other Ugandans in that part of the world where you are in, right? And some of them might even have like a group or a forum where they communicate and just meet up once in a month or once quarterly or maybe bi-yearly. Just it depends on what the situation is. Try to find out how to be part of this community. Now, the reason is not because you're going there hoping to get help from them or going there hoping to meet people who could end up becoming family, even though that would be the ultimate goal. But however, the reason is we always need somebody at every stage of our lives, right? Think about it. An organization or a company hires people because they need these people. Now, these people seek employment because they need from the employer or the organization because they need the employment. So there's always that need in different areas. So you can look for communities. Let's say, for instance, the ones that are with your country. For instance, like I said, Uganda, or maybe you can just blend in on social network. You can join Facebook groups, you can join Telegram groups, so whatever groups, but be careful of the kind of group you join as well, because sometimes there are groups that are there just to scam you. I wouldn't say anything about any nationality, even though I know Samantha has something in mind, but it's okay. You can also join cultural events as well. But I would also want us to look beyond the scope of just our nationality as well, because to be honest, the world is becoming a better place, right? I cannot quantify the amount of help and assistance I've gotten from Finnish people, like most times my classmates or even colleagues and all that, right? Because the truth is, when you have a value, people want to associate themselves with you. So it boils down to working on yourself, particularly because joining a group, joining a community, joining a network of people, joining cultural events, language exchange programs, professional networks, support groups, all of this would get you to a particular position as to being in a part of a system or a community. However, that doesn't keep you there. What keeps you there is your value proposition. So always have something that you can bring as well to the table. That I would always have to go back to that. But notwithstanding, make sure you blend as well with those who are not from your nationality, those who are not from your continent, because you don't really know where the ideal help will come from. And like our lecturers will sometimes say that in Finland, the best way to get the best job is to network with Finnish people, because there's this term, I don't know if you know what it is in Finland, but I got to hear that from a Finnish person. He said, we are not